The Roman Empire, the greatest power of the ancient world, for centuries it ruled every corner of the Mediterranean. Its armies were invincible, its cities magnificent, its roads flawless. Roman citizens believed this empire would last forever. But as history has shown us, no empire is eternal. Wars, barbarian invasions, and political crises played major roles in Rome's downfall. Yet, there was another enemy, often overlooked: disease. Invisible, silent, and merciless. By the 2nd century AD, Rome had reached its greatest territorial extent, turning the Mediterranean into a Roman lake. Trade routes connected the farthest corners of the empire. Roman cities were populous, bustling, and cosmopolitan. Slaves, soldiers, and merchants from different regions were constantly on the move. This vast network brought Rome wealth and power, but at the same time it allowed microbes to spread easily. Rome's strength and grandeur had unknowingly created its own vulnerability. Roman cities had the most advanced infrastructure of the ancient world: sewer systems, aqueducts, public baths. Yet even these couldn't solve the problems brought by dense populations. Hygiene issues, waste and dirty water created fertile ground for disease. Overcrowding. In cities like Rome, people lived shoulder to shoulder. Trade and campaigns, goods, animals, and people moved constantly, bringing microbes with them. Swamps. In Italy's marshy regions, malaria remained a persistent threat. Unwittingly, Rome had become an empire of disease. The first major epidemic to shake Rome began in AD 165. Roman soldiers returning from eastern campaigns brought back a deadly illness, known to history as the Antonine Plague. Most historians believe it was likely smallpox. This outbreak was catastrophic for Rome. 10 to 15% of the population perished. Economic crisis followed, production declined. Recruiting soldiers became difficult, armies weakened. Even Emperor Marcus Aurelius died during the plague. Rome's image of being invincible was seriously shaken for the first time, but that was only the beginning. In the 250s, another disaster struck: the plague of Cyprian. People died in the streets, cities emptied, fields went barren, famine began. The public fell into religious panic. Christianity spread rapidly during this time as churches cared for the sick and poor. Rome's social fabric began to unravel. The plagues didn't stop. Each one weakened Rome a little more. Population declined, tax revenues fell, the state treasury dried up, military power collapsed, armies shrank, borders became vulnerable, economy shrank, agriculture and trade were disrupted. Social trust eroded. People turned to religion in desperation. The old order crumbled. Rome was already weakened by disease. Then came the barbarian tribes from the north. Attacks that were once easily repelled now posed serious threats. Rome was collapsing from both within and without. Rome's fall is often told as a story of war, but in truth, it was disease that ate away at the empire from the inside. The stone buildings remained, but the people inside died from plagues. What truly brought Rome to its knees wasn't the sword of the barbarians, but invisible microbes. The fall of the Roman Empire reminds us, sometimes what destroys even the mightiest empires is something too small to see. It wasn't the barbarians who ended Rome. It was disease.